the game.
Welcome to Prenton Park, home of Tranmere Rovers, where Notts County go in search of their first away win of the season. And 3 points today would restore mid-table respectability with 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 defeats from their opening 6 games. But it's been a fairly rocky road up until this point. All eyes on the pitch for the next 90 minutes. But off it, there have been quite a few stories this week. Good news for Alassane Jatta. He's been the subject of many of them. Recovered from a back spasm. He's on the substitute bench, as I think most of us expected. Martin Patterson keeps an unchanged starting 11. No surprises there, which means, again, that Dennis can try and continue his rich vein of goal-scoring form. Currently, the league's leading scorer in Division 2. 48 hours to transfer deadline. Are we going to see any new signings? There's been a lot of debate among Notts fans, among the travelling faithful, and on our shows in midweek. Let's park that for the next 90 minutes and see if we can get a much needed 3 points and first away win of the season. Always been a fan of Prenton Park. You know, it's one of football's more traditional football grounds. Same venue, a lot of the same stands, but they've spruced it up pretty well. They've put us in the cowshed today, and so some might say for me that's entirely appropriate. But expecting 600-700 Notts fans here for the game today. I'll always remember, I think it's 14 years ago now, when I was here and Martin Allen was in charge. We were leading 1-0 as he fought a battle to avoid relegation. We were 1-up, the heavens opened. The ground staff disappeared at half-time and the game was due to be called off 8 minutes into the second half. Now it is started to rain again here at Tranmere, nowhere near as fierce as that, and I'm sure, fingers crossed, that we won't have any problems with the pitch today. Luke, thoughts on the team today? Jatta on the bench?
Not a bad team to put out, probably our strongest we could put out at the moment. Hopefully that helps them all gel together and we can continue this unbeaten run. Happy Jatta's back on the bench. Hopefully he's motivated and wants to kick on his season with us. We'll probably see him getting 20 minutes towards the end since he's not match fit. Hopefully that will help Dennis having someone alongside him or bring him on if Dennis is tired.
Transfer window, 48 hours and counting. What are your thoughts on it so far?
Well, we need another striker and we don't look like we're getting one. We've signed some players that have got potential, but we really needed to sign, as Paul has said before, some oven ready players where we know they can come in and actually make an impact to our starting 11. At the moment, the players where we're thinking he could do well or he could not do well at all.
1 win in 5 in the league. What do you make of it?
It's not been the best start at all. Past couple of results have been much better, but yeah, if we're aiming for promotion, we need to be starting a lot better than we have this season.
Let's get our game faces on. 3 points at stake, not going for the first away win of the season. Unchanged lineup. Jatta on the bench. Here's the 3 points. Half time, it's Notts trailing by a goal to nil. Bitter disappointment. A fairly even opening 45 minutes. Not spectacular stuff from either side, both cancelling each other out. But Notts making a fatal error 2 minutes before the break. Iapenda caught in possession. Tranmere broke, and a rolled ball across the box by former Nottsman Charlie Whittaker was met by an unmarked Omari Patrick, rifling the ball into the bottom corner of the net. Neither keeper had a save to make in this opening 45 minutes. And I guess adjectives like resilient, disciplined, organised would apply to Notts. They seldom looked in any real trouble. But it all came back to haunt them just moments before the break. Word for the referee. Interestingly, lots of coming together and challenges that would ordinarily be viewed as a foul. But he's kept play going virtually for non-stop for the opening 45. I wonder how long it will be before we see Alassane Jatta as Notts look to redeem themselves in this second half and get at least a point.
Well, as you could see from those scenes at the end, a wonderful end to a great afternoon for Notts County. Magnificent second half turnaround. All credit should go to all the players today, and also I think to head coach Martin Patterson. Brave substitutions, bringing on Alassane Jatta and leaving on Matt Dennis, and the two up top made a huge difference to Notts in the second half. They defended on the front foot and could well have had more. 2-1 in the end. You know what? The last 5 or 10 minutes, I wasn't too unduly concerned. Thought we defended very well, but we're just as likely to get a third. That first half, undone by a goal just a couple of minutes before the break by Omari Patrick. Completely different story in the second half. He rang the changes, did Martin Patterson. 2 goals in 13 minutes turned this game around. The first good work by Iapenda, a low cross in, and there was Matty Dennis, his 5th goal of the season, a real poacher's finish in the 49th minute, tapping in from close range. 13 minutes later, Notts were in dreamland. Jatta had only been on the pitch for a few minutes. A lovely flick sent Dennis clear, one-on-one with keeper McGee. McGee won that duel, but a great volleyed finish on the rebound from Kellen Gordon, who celebrated delightedly in front of the 700 Notts travelling faithful. Completely different Notts side in this second half. Brave on the front foot with those 2 strikers. Thought Rod McDonald was immense in the second half for Notts, but then again, so were all the players. A bit of an almost comedic moment in the last few minutes of the game when the keeper McGee went up for a corner. There was a coming together with Calaroos and the 2 goalkeepers, argy-bargy. Tranmere were desperate for a penalty. Nothing was forthcoming, and Notts dealt with the resulting set piece. This is a great result for Notts. Let's not underestimate it. Played 6, won 2, drawn 2, lost 2. That's a perfectly respectable start to the season. It's been a rocky road to get there, but I think Mr. Patterson and all the players will enjoy their weekend now, and there won't be perhaps quite so much desperation to bring new players in on transfer deadline day on Monday. In truth, I think probably most of the Notts faithful would like to see more incomings into this group of players, but it does ease that pressure cooker environment that had been slowly starting to build in the opening 5 league games of the season. Great time for Notts this afternoon. You could see it all with the enjoyment of both fans and players at the final whistle. Kellen Gordon leading those among the playing group. This is a good weekend for Notts County. All of a sudden, those storm clouds have been lifted, perhaps more than a little. Let's not get carried away, but 2-2-2, 1-2 drawn 2, lost 2 is a perfectly respectable start to the season.
Notts County, counties remain, football's the game.